This is, I know, an ongoing investigation. We have to continue this until we end this practice. And I will tell you, it was specifically alarming to hear about the crimes committed by crime tourism all around the country. So this is a major step forward, and I hope that it brings relief to our neighbors in the Los Angeles area and in Southern California. And now I'd like to introduce Assistant Chief Chow.
Hi, good morning. My name is Blake Chow, B-L-A-K-E-C-H-O-W. I'm Assistant Chief with LAPD, Office of Special Operations. Thank you, Mayor, Chief Choi, and thank you to my partner here in the U.S. Attorney's Office. And I just want to, before I begin, I want to reiterate this message to our community. We will keep you safe, and to those that are coming in and terrorizing our communities, we will catch you. So public safety, and I'm going to speak from a local perspective, public safety and safety is something that each member of our community deserves. No matter where they live, work, or play in Los Angeles or the region, the safety and the feeling of safety in our community is a right that they have. When they go home from work, when they go out to eat, when they come visit Los Angeles, they have a right to feel safe. But unfortunately, there are bad actors and groups and organizations that prey on our most vulnerable in this region. And this not only victimizes the people that are the victims of the crimes that we're talking about, but it shatters a sense of safety and security that our community members want and desire. So we're here to highlight the regional work of our local law enforcement agencies, our federal law enforcement partners, the regional district attorneys that we have standing on our right, and also, of course, to our United States Attorney, who has been such a partner to us in many other things, not just this. But this group has been put together to not only take down these criminals, but to restore the feeling of safety in our communities. And while crime statistics don't tell the whole story, I wanted just to share some really brief crime statistics that illustrate why we all are here and what we're doing to help that. So as far as burglary is concerned, burglaries citywide are down, but in some parts of the city in the last 8 weeks they're up. That's what we respond to. That's what we look at every Monday, and that's what we respond to with our commercial crimes division, with our task force, and with our investigative branch here in Los Angeles that is investigating these. Many of these burglaries are committed again by South American crews, but there are also other parts of the city that you've seen on the news lately where we have crews from other parts of the city. Robberies, citywide robberies are down in the last 8 weeks, but again, in other parts of the city they're up. And that is why we're here again. And motor vehicle theft, one would think, what does motor vehicle theft have to do with this? Well, the stolen vehicles are often used by crews to commit these burglaries and other crimes. So citywide motor vehicle theft is down in the last 8 weeks, but it is up in parts of the city. Again, those statistics are what we look at every Monday, and the chief and I discuss where we're going to put our resources to respond to that to keep our city safe. But one thing I want to reiterate to people that are in our community, those statistics are not just numbers, but each one of those statistics represents a victim. It's people, it's men, women, husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, and children that are victims of the crimes that we are having an impact. And again, that's why we are here united against these criminals and predators to our community members. The Los Angeles Police Department Commercial Crimes Division houses the FBI Major Theft Task Force, which is the task force that did this great work today. And our primary mission is the identification and pursuit of the South American theft groups, as well as other groups that are preying upon our community members. And I'd just like to say we stand as a law enforcement community, we stand by our community to ensure that that safety, public safety is job one. And nothing will happen to our community on our watch. And that's why this effort that we are highlighting today is going to continue. So I would like to next introduce the Ventura County Sheriff, Jim Fryhoff.
Thank you, Assistant Chief Choi. Good morning, everyone. As stated, I am Ventura County Sheriff Jim Fryhoff. It is a privilege to be here today to discuss a troubling trend in our country, crime tourism. I want to extend my gratitude to the U.S. Attorney's Office for organizing this important gathering, as it affects all of our communities. Ventura County first encountered the issue of crime tourism in 2018 in the city of Thousand Oaks, specifically the communities of North Ranch and Westlake Village. 6 years. 6 years that our communities have been terrorized by these groups coming here to do harm to our community members. These criminals specifically targeted homes that back end up to open space by breaking in through rear sliders. In 2019, Thousand Oaks Special Enforcement Unit made a breakthrough by arresting 3 Chilean nationals involved in numerous residential and commercial burglaries. During our investigation, we discovered that these individuals were using vehicles supplied from a company called Driver Power Network. Through collaborative effort and information sharing with our federal partners, our investigators learned that Juan Carlos Tola, who is essentially the ringleader of this organized retail theft group, was supplying vehicles and material support to Chilean nationals, which they used to facilitate their criminal activity. Further investigation revealed that the Driver Power Network vehicles were being utilized in criminal activities across the United States. As this troubling trend continued, we decided to take decisive action. Ventura County Sheriff's Detectives initiated a task force with our partners, the FBI, Orange County Sheriff's Department, the Los Angeles Police Department, the DA's offices as well as the Beverly Hills Police Department, with one goal in mind: dismantle these crime terrorism groups. Since 2019, I'm proud to say that we have arrested over 130 suspects responsible for perpetrating these crimes, with a vast majority using vehicles from Driver Power Network. But our efforts did not stop there. Our task force has been instrumental in bringing us to today's arrests and indictments. Our number one goal has been stated, is to keep our community safe. What we have here is an amazing team. This is what happens when nobody cares who takes credit for it. This is what happens when we work together to keep our community safe. And I'm proud to introduce my partner in Ventura County DA, Eric Nazarenko.
Thank you very much, Sheriff Freihoff. My name is Eric Nazarenko, the Ventura County District Attorney. I too would like to thank our partner, U.S. Attorney Estrada, and his team for bringing us all here today and for their vigorous prosecution of these criminal defendants. In Ventura County, we have been fighting crime tourism since 2018. Our Sheriff Office Task Force, in concert with the FBI, has done incredible work attacking this problem, arresting and investigating individuals who come to this country for one purpose: to commit crime. As a result of these investigative efforts, our office has filed 62 criminal cases, naming over 130 criminal defendants. Our prosecutors have reviewed more than 600 search warrants regarding crime tourism cases. Today, however, thanks to our federal partners, a behind-the-scenes mastermind who promoted and supplied foreign nationals with the tools to commit those crimes has been arrested and charged. Tola has been running, in essence, the Hertz rental car business for thieves, furnishing them with cars that entered Ventura County. And when they entered Ventura County, they did so for one purpose: to hit homes and steal from businesses. This resulted in hundreds of thousands of dollars in losses. Luxury handbags and purses, sports memorabilia, high-end electronics and camera equipment, jewelry, cash, and other valuable items were taken, victimizing countless numbers of Ventura County residents. Let me share with you one case involving one Oak Park resident of Ventura County. In 2022, this Oak Park homeowner was returning from the grocery store when he noticed an SUV idling in front of his home. There was one person in the SUV behind the wheel. As he entered, he noticed that his home had been ransacked, and he saw two individuals go right by him seeking to exit the home. he was able to stop one of them, subduing them by punching and throwing him to the ground, but the other two got away. Due to thorough investigative efforts, law enforcement officials determined that the 2008 Acura SUV that the individuals fled in was provided by Tola and Drive Power Network. The burglars were tracked down by the Ventura County Sheriff's Department and arrested. All three were prosecuted, convicted, and sent to state prison. Crimes like these have exploded across our country and our region. Taking down a key operator who fueled crime tourism is essential to neighborhood safety. And on behalf of the residents of Ventura County, I am grateful to all the law enforcement partners assembled here, to U.S. Attorney Estrada, to my law enforcement partner, Sheriff James Freihoff, to my fellow DA, Todd Spitzer, for continuing to aggressively investigate and prosecute these networks. It is now my pleasure to introduce Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer. Thank you.
So for $22 and an online application, you can get an ESTA visa to come into this country to perpetrate these crimes for 90 days at a time, and your visa is good for 2 years for $22. I am incredibly proud of the teamwork and being part of the task force, because the devastation and the impact this is having on Southern California and across our nation is unacceptable, and it's intolerable. Why Drive Power? Because of the cars. When these cars and the community sees them, and these individuals are specifically targeting wealthy communities where they think they can get these treasure troves, they are using this rental company in a conspiracy, because these cars are high-end cars that are designed to fit in to the communities in which they're burglarizing. That's why they are using this company with these cars. So when they drive into these communities, they're less conspicuous. As you know, we had a very serious event in Fashion Island the other day with 2 individuals, and shots were fired. And those cars were a Rolls Royce and a Ferrari. So of course these individuals want to drive into communities and look like the community in which they're going to burglarize and rob. We had a crew of 4 South Americans who are in custody in Orange County who are responsible for 9 burglaries. They have no shame, no empathy. They're here for one reason: to create havoc and devastation. And I'll leave you with this mind image, because all of you have covered the home surveillance showing these individuals scaling the patios to the 2nd floor and going inside, where most people, although we're a lot smarter, now have motion detectors, but a lot of people have not alarmed and taken precautions on their 2nd floor, 2nd story. And they go in and they steal the safes and they roll them out. And they steal these people and our community blind. But what's most scary about these crews is not just the cars that they drive into the community, it's why they're doing it. It's for surveillance purposes. They dress up in ghillie suits. They lie in wait in open spaces and survey the comings and goings of the residents of these homes. They spy on our residents to see when they go to work, what time do they go to bed, how many people live in the house, so that when they are about to hit the prey, the house, they do try, and to their credit, to go into homes that are not occupied. But God forbid they do go to a home that is occupied, and we had that in Newport Coast, where a woman was in the shower, and thank goodness she wasn't harmed. So they spy on us, they survey us, they use cars to fit in, and they create devastating harm. And if it wasn't for the partnership of the individuals and the organizations we represent being here today, and the statement we're sending not only in Southern California, all across this nation. And because of the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office, I'm extremely confident that not only will we attack this in Southern California, but this will have an absolute national impact by these federal organizations. Thank you so much.